Hi everyone, I hope you've had fun animating your flipbook. You've made your drawings, all your frames, 40 or 60 frames. If you've done 60 frames, it's great. If you've done more than 60 frames, even better. If you have done 40 frames, don't worry about it. You can always make more frames, or you want to stop there, that's also fine. Don't worry about it. But I hope you all have had fun. I hope all of you have made all your drawings with pencils only. And if you've made mistakes, you've made the corrections after our Zoom meeting. Now that you're done with all of that, you can start your coloring. And that's what I'm going to demonstrate to you in this session. So I'm going to color these two elements that I've drawn over here just to demonstrate. I'm just going to color a few pages so you'll understand how it's done. So the best way to work when you're coloring is you take one color at a time. Color it in all the frames, the color that you're using, and then start with the next color. That way you won't get confused. So I'm going to color the planet. Of course, you will be having a lot more elements everywhere. Here I have only two. You'll be having a whole lot of elements just as it is done here. So that's why it's best to use one color at a time so you don't get confused. And wherever you're using yellow, that yellow stays there throughout. If you're using an orange, the orange stays throughout on all the frames. In between, the orange star cannot become a blue star. If this is an orange star, it has to stay an orange star right from the first frame to the last frame till it leaves the page. So always remember that. So now let me just demonstrate. So if you start coloring, so here I'm taking this planet and I'm going to color it orange. You can color it whatever color you want. Now the ring will be a different color. So I'm not going to color it now. I'm going to wait till I finish coloring everything. So I'm going to color this planet orange. And I'm going to color it all the frames. I'm not going to touch the ring now. I'm going to do it later. So I don't get confused while I'm coloring. And the mistake happens with anyone and everyone where you may get confused. So it's best that you just use one color at a time. You don't need to use felt pens. You can use crayons. You can use, so here I have a set of crayons. You can use color pencils. Whatever you have at home, you can use those colors. So you don't have to necessarily use sketch pens. So now I'm going to color the orange in all the frames. Yes, do not take too long for coloring. Just do a very quick job. Ensure the color doesn't run outside the line. So don't press your colors. Just color very lightly. And so on and so forth. So you color all the orange in till you reach the last frame, till it's out. You color in all the orange. Once you're done with coloring all the orange, you go back to the first frame and you color. Let's say I'll take the ring, I'll take this color and I color the ring. And I color the ring. Oh, this is coming on the other page. Okay, so you color this. You color the ring everywhere, right? Once you're done with that, you go to your star. Now maybe you want a star that's red in color, or you could use yellow or whatever color you like. It's up to you. It's your star, so you can use whatever color you want. I'm taking a red and I'm giving it a red outline. I may not want to color it in. It's up to me and it's up to you. You want to color it in, you could do so. And I'm going to just outline it, and I'm going to take this red and outline it everywhere. So the red will be outlined everywhere, your red star. and you outline it till the last page, wherever that is, till wherever the star is out. You keep coloring till you reach the end. Once you're done with all the reds, you want to start coloring the rocket which is coming from the bottom here. So there's a rocket that's coming out. I'm going to color it blue. I'm going to give it a pattern, so you could do that. I'm going to give this rocket a nice pattern. Now the top will be a different color. The top of the rocket, the pointed area of the rocket, will be a blue, like that, and I color it the blue everywhere, and then I go back and I color the middle portion of the rocket. So let me take a green like this and I color this. Now I'm using crayons now because I can see that the color, the sketch pen is visible on it's showing on my next page. So I'm just going to use crayons now, and crayons look as pretty, and I'll color with the crayons. I'll color the green everywhere, the green of the rocket, and I'll color it in all the frames. So that's how you're going to do the coloring, and that's how it's going to look like this once it's all done. So once it's all done, so you can see this triangle, it's orange and it stays, this diamond shape stays orange everywhere, stays orange till it goes out. You see this flower which is pink stays pink throughout, starts here, and there's a green triangle here, and this yellow which is coming out, this yellow circle, stays yellow till it leaves the frame. So that's how you're going to color the animation. So it's very simple. It's not rocket science. I'm sure all of you all will do a wonderful job. So you can see I have set up the camera stand the way we arranged it yesterday. Just arranged it exactly the same way. And I have my book here which I've completed earlier, and I'm going to place it. But when I'm placing it, I have to look here. And I have to ensure that it is not slanted like this. I have to ensure that I keep it straight. Then over here, one minute, you need to come. Okay. And then over here is, so I can zoom in and I can bring the book closer to the camera, and I'm done, and I like this position. I can even get it closer. I say done. So now you can see that I have now you see the base of the book and the base of my frame has to be parallel, more or less. If you look in the frame, the base of my book and the base of my frame that I'm going to capture has to be the same. Now as you can see over here, there is a shadow that is falling. The shadow of the books or the shadow of the camera is falling on my book. So I will have to probably turn off this light and see if I can take care of that. And I'm going to just switch off that light and see, this seems better. There are no shadows. So if you look, now it looks a lot better. And there's no shadows here. So it's perfect now, right? So no shadows falling on my book in my camera, and it's looking perfect. So what I'm going to do is now, since I know this is where I'm going to place it, and this is, my frame looks fine, I'm going to stick this in place so it doesn't move. My book doesn't move while I'm shooting. The reason being is the camera is steady now. So it's stuck with a double-sided tape, and it has tape here, and it has these books. So it's not, the camera is not going to move, but we have to ensure that the book also doesn't move while we're shooting. So we have to be very careful that the book does not move, and I'm going to just stick it up here, and I'm going to put another tape. So I want to ensure that it's very steady and it doesn't shift a little bit, even a little bit, right? I'm going to stick it here. So these two are, and then it's still moving, but because the other side is not fixed. So I'm going to fix the other side as well. So I ensure that it's really steady and there is no problem. I'm going to cut two pieces at one go, 1 and 2. I'm going to stick this up and ensure it stays steady. So now my book is pretty steady and it's not going to move. Now I start shooting. Like we discussed earlier, we're going to take 2 pictures per frame. If you have made lesser drawings, let's say you have managed to make only 40 frames, it doesn't matter, you don't have to worry about it. All you do is take 3 pictures per frame, right? So you click 3 times per frame. So again you'll get 3 into 40 is 120 frames, which is again at 24 frames per second. It is again 5 seconds of animation, which is good enough. If you have 5 seconds of animation, that's good. So you have to make anywhere between 40 to 60 frames. If you make 100 frames, that's even better. Your film will be longer. So if you make more frames and you say, oh no, I made more frames, don't worry. If you have more frames, the better it is. If you have lesser frames, 40 frames, then you take 3 pictures per frame. So you get 40 into 320 frames. So around 120 frames, that is around 5 seconds of animation. So each one of you has to give me at least 5 seconds of animation. So I'm going to take 2 pictures now, 1, 2, and I'm going to turn the page and again take 1, 2, and then like we did for the phonotrope, just keep taking pictures. Ensure your fingers, your hands, none of that is in the frame. Just take 1, 2, and keep going. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's it. You just keep going till you reach your last frame. So till you reach the last frame, you just keep taking pictures and that's it. You're done. Your animation is done.